This is what we were doing. We proved the result for same circle, and now we are proving the results for congruent circles. So in question number 2, you have to prove that if we have chords into congruent circles, one in each, then if their subtended angles at the center are equal, then the chords themselves will also be equal. So we shall start by drawing two circles. Question number 2, let's start with two circles. So I'm going to write down that I have two congruent circles. The circles will have different centers, but their radii will be same. So I want to draw two chords and their angles at the centers will be equal. We will be proving the congruence of the two triangles. Just like theorem 10.2, I guess you remember the result that we will be using here. Let's mark the radii for the circles here. So each of these radii that you can see for both circles, OA, OB, OC, OD, each will be equal to R. And now you can prove the congruence by SAS. So in triangle AOB, that's correct by SAS rule. In triangle AOB and in triangle CO-D, we have angle AOB equals to angle CO-D equal given to us. Along with that, AO equals to CO and OB equals to O-D. The second pair is AO equals to CO dash, and the third one is OB equal to O-D, and each is equal to R. So maybe you have already done this. Triangle AOB will be congruent to triangle CO-D, and then by CPCT we can write down that the chords will be equal. If you have already done, let me know. If you want me to wait even then, just let me know. I'll wait for you. Has the strength been so less in other classes as well, or is it in this period? What about first and second period? Did you have so less strength? It's only 39 students. 14 students are absent.
We only had first period. Second period was
second
free.
period नहीं हुआ था.
Okay. Is it done? Anyone who's writing down? All right. After this, there are a few results that we have. I will be going over the theorems Although their proofs are not in our syllabus, but still I will discuss how do we prove these results so that it's easier for you to remember. And exercise 10.3, although is deleted from the syllabus, but there are a few things I would like to discuss from 10.3 itself. So first reference you had for a circle was angle subtended at a center by a chord, which we discussed, and the theorems we did and the questions we did in the exercise 10.2 were based on that. Angle subtended by a chord at the center. Now, the next topic that we have here is perpendicular from center to a chord. So center is a point, एक point से chord के ऊपर perpendicular draw किया गया है. What will be the properties of that perpendicular, or what will happen to the chord? That's what we will discuss next. So theorem 10.3 says the perpendicular from the center of the circle to a chord bisects the chord. So अगर हम center से chord के ऊपर perpendicular draw करते हैं, perpendicular I hope everyone knows, a line segment which will make an angle of 90 degree with the chord, and that line segment has been drawn from the center of the circle. So I will just draw a rough figure here just to represent. Let us say we have a circle with center O, and there is a chord of the circle. Let's name that chord as AB. I would like to draw a perpendicular from the center. So अगर मैं center से perpendicular draw करती हूँ, then what happens is OM is a perpendicular to the chord. This is perpendicular from the center to the chord. This will be given to me. Question में कहीं पे भी indicate किया हुआ है कि center से हमने chord पे perpendicular बनाया हुआ है. Then what we can conclude? We can conclude that OM bisects AB. The chord will be divided into two equal parts at the point where that 90 degree angle is formed. This actually means AM will be equal to MB. Again, this can be proved with the help of congruence. You can do some construction here. Join the endpoints of the chord to the center. You will get two triangles on either side of this perpendicular. इस perpendicular की दोनों sides पे आपको triangles नजर आ रहे हैं, OAM and OBM. Can you like think of a way to prove them?
RHS. By RHS.
The radii will be equal. We have a 90 degree angle formed at M along with the common side. So by RHS, the two triangles will be congruent, and hence by CPCT, you will have AM equals to MB. Is pe applied question? Yes.
Ma'am, we can also use isosceles triangle property, that in an isosceles triangle, perpendicular, median, and angle bisector are same.
That applies if the perpendicular is drawn from the vertex of the sides being equal, the common vertex of the two sides which are equal. So you could have mentioned that also, but वो भी जो result है वो इसी से ही prove होता है. जब हम perpendicular construct करते हैं उसको हम prove कर देते हैं, it is a bisector of the base and the vertex angle, वो सारा कुछ congruence से ही prove हो रहा है. That is actually a result, but हम result सीधा लिखने की बजाय उस result को यहाँ पे prove कर रहे हैं. So although इसका proof नहीं है, लेकिन फिर अगर आपको करना हो, you can remember it in any way, either by this congruence or that result which you are saying. They are one and the same thing actually. वो भी इसी से congruence से ही derive हुआ है वो भी, अगर उसको conclude करना हो. Now this will be used in exercises as such कि हम center से perpendicular draw कर रहे हैं या construct कर रहे हैं, chord bisect हो जाएगी जहाँ पे 90 degree angle बनेगा उस point पे. तो हम इसको theoretically भी use कर सकते हैं just by writing like this the way I have written here. Although it could also be done in applied questions. हो सकता है आपको बताया गया हो कि chord जो है, let us say I give you a question right here. There is a chord of a circle which is say 16 centimeters long. I will roughly draw a figure here. So let us say we have a circle with center O, and there is a chord of this circle. The length of this chord is 16 centimeters, and the radius of this circle is 10 centimeters. I want you to find out the length of the perpendicular that can be drawn from the center to the chord. तो सेंटर से अगर मैंने कॉर्ड के ऊपर परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ किया, मुझे इसकी लेंथ फाइंड आउट करनी है.
6 centimeters. By Pythagoras theorem.
By Pythagoras theorem. OM will bisect your chord. So AM and MB will be equal. Each will be 8, 8. And then you can apply Pythagoras to this little triangle and find out OM. Means इसमें से कोई भी एक missing हो सकता है. Either the radius could be missing or the length of the chord could be asked by giving you the other 2 dimensions. So you have a right triangle here and you can apply Pythagoras if you want to find out any of the 3 sides, provided you have the other 2 sides. So ये application हो जाएगी. हम इसको थ्योरेटिकली भी यूज करेंगे, अप्लाइड फॉर्म में भी यूज करेंगे.
Excuse me, ma'am.
यस वान्या.
Ma'am, if we want to find any of the one side, we can just write that the perpendicular is drawn, so the chord will be automatically divided
Yes.
by half.
Yes. You don't have to prove it, you will just use it as that. The result. Standard result है ये आपके पास. Okay, now we have the next one. The line drawn through the center to bisect a chord is perpendicular to the chord. This is the converse. अगर हम center से line segment draw करते हैं और वो line segment इस तरह से draw किया गया है कि chord को bisect कर रहा है तो वो line segment perpendicular हो जाएगा chord के. Let us just draw that. I think I will just draw and explain. Let us start by taking a circle here. Marking the center as O. Now what I want to do is I want to draw a line segment from the center. Center से मुझे एक line segment draw करना है and I want to bisect my chord. So I will just draw a line segment, and when this line segment meets my chord, this happens. The chord gets divided into 2 parts. So OM is basically bisecting AB. This is given to me. A line segment from the center bisects my chord, and what I can prove is I can actually prove that OM is perpendicular to AB. So again, I will be doing some construction here. I will connect the endpoints of the chord with the center. I will get 2 triangles. These 2 triangles can be proved congruent. The line segments OA, OB will be equal. These are the radii of the circle. And then you have a common side. This is the common side. By SSS rule, triangle OMA will be congruent to triangle OMB. But how does this prove that OM is perpendicular to AB?
Angle OMA equals to angle OMB, and their sum is 180 degree.
That's right. That's right. I guess same thing occur to everyone here. So this angle, angle 1 and angle 2, they will be equal by CPCT, but they are forming a linear pair. Their sum will be 180 degrees. So if we have such a situation, 2 angles equal to each other and their sum is 180, the supplementary, then each of them must be equal to 90 degrees. So angle 1, angle 2, each will be 90 degrees. And from here we have OM perpendicular to AB. ये भी हम दोनों ways में use कर सकते हैं. It could be used either in theory, means हम proof वाले जब questions करते हैं, या फिर solving में अगर जरूरत हो. But इसकी application कम है compared to the other one. Theorem 10.3 बहुत बार use होगी. Whenever you have a perpendicular drawn from the center, your chord gets bisected. And अगर center से कोई line segment है ऐसा जो chord के 2 हिस्से कर रहा है, तो उस line segment की property ये होगी कि वो chord के perpendicular होगा. I hope both the results are clear to you. Next, we have a circle through 3 points. So if there are 3 points in a plane, how many circles can be drawn through that point?
1.
One unique circle.
1 unique circle. So this I think is given in the form of a theorem here. There is one and only one circle passing through 3 given non-collinear points. Keeping in mind this is important that the points must be non-collinear. They must not lie on the same line. इसके basis पे question भी है आपकी exercise में in 10.3, means it's related to that. एंड इवन इन 10th स्टैंडर्ड कंस्ट्रक्शंस का चैप्टर है, वहां पे भी इसी चीज से रिलेटेड एक क्वेश्चन है. सो आई वुड लाइक टू गो ओवर द एग्जांपल दैट्स गिवन नेक्स्ट. So please keep this in mind. This could simply be asked as 1 mark question. How many circles can be drawn through 3 given non-collinear points? Example number 1 here, given arc of a circle, complete the circle. अगर आपको एक circle की सिर्फ एक arc दी हुई है, only a portion is given. You want to find out if you have to complete the circle, how would you do it? So depending सर्कल बनता कैसे है, सर्कल के लिए 2 चीजों की रिक्वायरमेंट है आपको, एक उसका सेंटर और उसका रेडियस. सो यहाँ पे हम वही फाइंड करना चाहते हैं. वी वुड लाइक टू फाइंड आउट द सेंटर ऑफ द सर्कल एंड द रेडियस ऑफ द सर्कल, एंड देन वी कैन कंप्लीट द रिमेनिंग पार्ट ऑफ दिस सर्कल फॉर विच वी हैव बीन गिवन एन आर्क. यहाँ पे मैंने खैर बहुत छोटी सी आर्क ड्रॉ की है. लेट अस अज्यूम दैट द आर्क इज अ लिटिल लॉन्गर, सो इट विल बी अ curvilinear line and you will have this. So let's name this arc as PQR. So you have been given an arc PQR. It could be minor or a major arc. Depending on the size, you can just look at it and say that this is a minor arc. अब आपको find करना है इसका center. This will be done with the help of construction. So what we want to do is we want to use the property that the perpendicular of a chord will pass through the center. This is something you did in 6th standard also. आपने ये प्रॉपर्टी प्रूव की हुई है कि अगर हम कॉर्ड का परपेंडिकुलर बाइसेक्टर ड्रॉ करेंगे तो वो सेंटर से पास करेगा. एंड वेयर डज दैट रिजल्ट कम फ्रॉम? इट्स एक्चुअली द कंक्लूजन ड्रॉन फ्रॉम थ्योरम 10.3 एंड 10.4. 10.3 और 10.4 को अगर आप कंबाइन कर दो तो अगर हम सेंटर से परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉ करते हैं वो कॉर्ड को बाइसेक्ट करेगा, अगर हम सेंटर से कॉर्ड का बाइसेक्टर ड्रॉ करते हैं तो वो परपेंडिकुलर बन जाएगा. तो एवरी टाइम वेदर वी हैव द परपेंडिकुलर टू अ कॉर्ड और वी हैव अ बाइसेक्टर ऑफ द कॉर्ड, इट इज गोइंग टू पास थ्रू द सेंटर ऑफ द सर्कल. सो दैट्स व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू कंसिडर हियर. वी हैव 3 पॉइंट्स हियर ऑन द आर्क. अगर आपके पास 3 पॉइंट्स नहीं भी होते, अज्यूम कर लो आपके पास सिर्फ दी एंड पॉइंट्स हैं, अगर आपके पास सिर्फ कॉर्ड के एंड पॉइंट्स होते तो हम क्या करते, हम इस आर्क के ऊपर एक 3rd पॉइंट मार्क कर देंगे अपनी तरफ से. एंड नाउ इफ यू ऑब्जर्व दीज 3 आर नॉन कोलिनियर. I hope everyone's aware. If there's anyone who doesn't know what non-collinear is, please ask. The points which do not lie on the same straight line in the plane, those will be called non-collinear points. So what I can do is I can draw chords using these 3 points. Although 3 chords can be drawn, I just need 2. So I will draw chord PQ and chord QR. So I have got 2 chords here. And then I would like to construct their perpendicular bisectors. PQ का perpendicular bisector आपको construct करना है, QR का perpendicular bisector construct करना है. जहां से भी ये perpendicular bisectors intersect करेंगे, that will be the center of the circle. Separately draw the perpendicular, or rather construct the perpendicular bisector for PQ, construct the perpendicular bisector for QR. The point of intersection for those perpendicular bisectors will give you the center of the circle. And once you have the center of the circle, you can find out the radius by measuring the distance between this point O here, which I have as the center, to any point on the circumference. O पे कंपास प्लेस करो, P तक ओपन कर लो या Q तक ओपन कर लो या R तक ओपन कर लो. Each of those will be representing the radius of the circle. So आप इतनी कंपास ओपन करके सर्कल को कंप्लीट कर सकते हो, या OQ जितनी ओपन करके कंप्लीट कर सकते हो, या फिर OR जितनी ओपन करके कंप्लीट कर सकते हो. That will be your circle completed just with the help of an arc. Although this question is not there, but still, just to give you an idea. Another thing, we have a remark indicated right above this example. There is a unique circle passing through the 3 points as by theorem 10.5. अगर हमारे पास 3 non-collinear points हैं, तो अगर हमारे पास 3 non-collinear points हो, उससे एक हमारे पास polygon भी बनता है. That polygon actually is a triangle. Is that right? अगर हमारे पास 3 non-collinear points हैं, हम उन points को अगर join करते हैं, let's just do it here. I'm going to mark 3 points. Let's say this is A, this is B, and this is C. All 3 are non-collinear. Now, I will have 3 line segments if I want to join them in pairs. There will be a line segment AB, a line segment BC, and a line segment AC. So I have obtained a polygon with the help of these 3 non-collinear points. And by theorem 10.5, अगर मेरे पास 3 non-collinear points होंगे तो इन तीनों points में से पास करने वाला एक circle भी possible है. So I will have a circle which will pass through these 3 points. And this circle actually is called circumcircle of the triangle. अगर circle किसी plane figure को enclose कर रहा है, the polygon is inside, the circle is outside, passing through each of the vertices of that polygon. If you want, you can write this down. If there is a circle which is passing through the vertices of any polygon, it is called circumcircle to that polygon. और जो सेंटर होगा उसको हम सर्कम सेंटर बोलेंगे और जो उस सर्कल का रेडियस होगा that will be the circumradius of the triangle. Now it's all given here and
Can explain again?
It's not necessarily for a triangle, it could be with any polygon. अगर आपके पास एक circle है which is passing through the vertices of a polygon, all the vertices of a polygon. Let us say we have a quadrilateral here. हमारे पास इस quadrilateral के चारों vertices में से पास होने वाला एक circle है. So there is this circle which passes through all of the 4 vertices. This circle जो इसके बाहर बन रहा है इसको हम बोलते हैं circumcircle. Circumcircle for this quadrilateral. इसका अगर हम center find out कर लें इस circle का जो A, B, C, D चारों points में से पास कर रहा है उस सर्कल के सेंटर को हम सर्कम सेंटर बोलेंगे और अगर इस सर्कल का हमें रेडियस पता चल जाए तो उसको हम सर्कम रेडियस बोलेंगे. There is another situation where the circle is inside, उसको हम इन सर्कल बोलते हैं. इस तरह से अगर ऐसे बन रहा है, this is in circle, this is circumcircle. Just a word that you should be aware of. होना आपको पता होना चाहिए कि there is this thing also. ऐसा भी होता है. All right. Another question which is just based on aptitude. Draw different pairs of circles. Pairs draw करने की कोशिश करो circles की. Means you have to draw 2 circles only and see how many points does each pair have in common. And what is the maximum number of common points. तो अगर मैंने 2 circles draw करने हैं, I could just draw 2 circles separately. In this case, there is no point of intersection or no common point. I should just write like that. The circles could be of the same size, the circles could be of the different size. Not necessarily congruent. आपके पास अगर 2 circles हैं, far away from each other, they will have no point in common. Then there is another possibility when the circles have 1 point in common. In that case, the circles will be touching each other either externally or internally. So I will just draw 2 circles here and these two have 1 common point. These are touching externally. बाहर से touch कर रहे हैं एक दूसरे को. And then the other possibility is that the 2 circles touch internally. In that case, one of the circles will lie inside the other circle. So again, we have 1 common point, but the circles are touching internally. This is important in questions which are based on application. अगर आपके पास application based question होगा उसमें important होता है ये जानना कि circles अगर meet कर रहे हैं तो कितने points पे meet कर रहे हैं, whether there is just 1 point in common or more than 1 point in common, whether they are touching each other externally or they are touching each other internally. And then we have the option where the circles are intersecting. That will give you 2 common points in those circles. So let's just have 2 circles and you can, try this. You can try this in your own way by drawing multiple circles. कि कहीं इससे ज्यादा पॉसिबिलिटी तो नहीं है. मैंने जितनी यहाँ पे शो की हैं, आई हैव शोन यू दैट देयर आर ओनली 3 possibilities. Either the circles will have no common point, they are like separately drawn, कुछ भी meet नहीं कर रहा. Second possibility is जब circles एक दूसरे को meet करते हैं just at one point. They could be touching externally, they could be touching internally. And then the third possibility is when the circles intersect each other, then they will have 2 points in common.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Draw two circles which coincide each other.
Then those will not be considered two separate circles. Actually, you will have just one circle. You should be able to identify the two circles separately. You will have congruent circles in that case. We are not talking about that here. अगर हमारे पास दो separate circles हैं of two different sizes, आप two congruent circles draw कर दोगे, वो भी concentric. तो आपके पास वो डिस्टिंग्विश करना डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा ना कि आपके पास दो सर्कल्स हैं, उनका सेंटर भी सेम है, उनका रेडियस भी सेम है. So we are trying to see if we have two circles which can be distinguished from each other at the same time, we can see whether or not they have any point in common. So these are the possibilities that we have. Even for this no common point, you could draw two concentric circles. आप two concentric circles भी draw कर सकते हो. Even then, these two will have no point in common. Okay, so that's what I wanted to discuss from 10.3. Next, we have equal chords and their distances from the center. अगर आपके पास circle में equal chords हैं, what can you say about the distance from the center? Every time we want to write down the distance of any line segment or a line from a point, we always talk about perpendicular distance. This is something which has been written here or has been depicted here in 10.1. There is this line AB. Let's name this as L. हमारे पास एक line है L और एक point है P. I want to find out कि मेरी जो ये line है, horizontal line जो नजर आ रही है, वो P point से कितनी दूर है. I want to find out the distance of this point P from line L. So what I can do is I can join this point P with multiple points on line L. मैं P point से बहुत सारे line segments draw कर सकती हूँ on the line that I have here, just to see कितनी दूर है. So I could have a slanting line. So this could be one line. Let's name this as PA1. Then I could have this one. There are infinitely many possibilities to draw a line or a line segment from point P to this line that I have. अब इनमें से which line segment gives me the best idea to measure the distance between the point and the line? That will be the perpendicular from the point to L. Out of all these infinitely many line segments that can be drawn from point P to line L, if I want to find out the distance of P from L or the distance of L from P, मुझे P point और एक line के बीच में distance measure करना है. What I'm going to consider is I'm going to consider the perpendicular that can be drawn from that point to the line. That will give you the distance of the line from that point always. चाहे उन्होंने indicate किया हो चाहे नहीं किया हो, every time कोई भी point हो not on the line and there is a line or a line segment, आपको distance देखना है, you are talking about the perpendicular distance. And there is also a remark here. If the point lies on the line, the distance will be 0. तो एवरी टाइम अब जहां पे भी आप ये रेफर करोगे ना कि हम मेजर कर रहे हैं डिस्टेंस ऑफ द कॉर्ड फ्रॉम द सेंटर, द वर्ड इज डिस्टेंस ऑफ द कॉर्ड फ्रॉम द सेंटर, तो हम बोलेंगे परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस. As I told you earlier in the beginning of the chapter, there is so much of terminology in this chapter. Okay, let us see, we have a chord here in the circle with center O. I want to find out how far away this chord is from the center. या फिर center इस chord से कितनी दूर है. How can I measure? I can measure it by constructing a perpendicular from the center. So OM, distance of AB from O will be equal to OM. OM will be perpendicular to AB. So now you can recall all the properties that you have. What happens when you draw a perpendicular from the center to a chord? Your chord gets bisected.
It bisects the chord.
Right? तो वही question जो मैंने आपको applied form में बताया था, if you remember that there was a chord of length 16 centimeters. मान लो यही chord है और इस circle का radius है 10 centimeters. I want you to find out how far away the chord is from the center. So what exactly do you want to find out? You want to find out the length of the perpendicular drawn from the center to the chord. I hope that makes sense.
Yes, ma'am.
So there are a couple of results based on this. If you have equal chords, these will be equidistant from the center. The chords could be in same circle or the chords could be in two congruent circles. Just like we did theorem 10.1 and 10.2 and two questions based on that, you can prove this also. आपके पास अगर एक circle है उसमें आप दो equal chords draw कर लो और अगर आप उनके distances measure करते हो from the center. Let's say we have a chord AB. Now I'm taking the same circle. मैं same circle consider कर रही हूँ and we are starting by having two equal chords. सर्कल है मेरे पास, सर्कल की दो कॉर्ड्स हैं, वो दोनों कॉर्ड्स आपस में इक्वल हैं. अगर इन दोनों कॉर्ड्स का डिस्टेंस हम मेजर करें सेंटर से, वो कैसे मेजर होगा? बाय कंस्ट्रक्टिंग और ड्रॉइंग अ परपेंडिकुलर फ्रॉम द सेंटर टू द सर्कल. तो ओ से एक परपेंडिकुलर आप ड्रॉ कर दोगे ए बी पे. ओ एम इज द डिस्टेंस ऑफ कॉर्ड ए बी फ्रॉम द सेंटर एंड देन ड्रॉ अनदर परपेंडिकुलर ऑन सी डी. ON will give you the distance of chord CD from the center. अगर chords equal हैं तो ये जो perpendiculars आपने draw किए हैं ये भी equal होंगे. And please observe, these are perpendiculars, these are not the radii of the circle. Don't think ये तो radius है तो पहले से equal है, ये radius नहीं है. These are perpendiculars drawn from the center to the chords in order to measure कि हमारी जो ये chords हैं वो center से कितनी दूर हैं. तो अगर कॉर्ड्स इक्वल हैं तो उनका सेंटर से जो डिस्टेंस होगा वो भी इक्वल होगा. यू कुड डू इट इन द सेम सर्कल, यू कुड डू इट इन द कॉन्ग्रुएंट सर्कल्स. सो राइट इन दिस केस आपको ये दिया गया होगा, गिवन ए बी इक्वल्स टू सी डी, कॉर्ड्स आर इक्वल, OM is perpendicular to AB and ON is perpendicular to CD. You can conclude that OM and ON will be equal. Again, this can be done by taking congruence into hand. You could just complete two triangles right here. And you can prove that these two triangles are congruent. And by CPCT, you will have OM equal to ON. RHS rule लगेगा यहाँ पे भी. Is this clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, then we have the
Yes,
converse for the same theorem. If there are two chords whose distance from the center is equal, then the chords will also be equal. So we have a circle with center O. There is a chord AB and another chord CD, and the distances from the center are equal. These are given equal. आपको chords दी गई हैं AB और CD. They are not equal, not given equal actually. Along with this, the distances of these chords from the center. OP is the distance of chord CD from the center, and OQ is the distance of chord AB from the center. These are equal. OP and OQ are equal. What we can prove is that chords AB and CD are also equal. We will be using these again. Again, we are not proving these, but we will be using these in our questions. Anyone with
By
any doubt
RHS.
still here? Yes, this can also be done with RHS. You can
Ma'am, FAS.
SAS नहीं लगेगा बच्चे, आपके पास बेसिस इक्वल नहीं है, आपके पास रेडियस इक्वल हो जाएगा. एक तो ये आपके पास है द ग्रीन लाइन सेगमेंट्स, द ऑरेंज लाइन सेगमेंट्स, द परपेंडिकुलर्स दैट यू हैव, एक वो इक्वल हो जाएगा. और आपके पास ये राइट एंगल जो बन रहा है, so you have right angle, you have the hypotenuse equal, and then there is a side equal. RHS rule से triangles congruent हो जाएंगे. And by CPCT आप ये प्रूव कर सकते हो कि AQ और CP इक्वल है. By CPCT आपके पास ये इक्वल आएंगे. These actually are the halves of the chords. जब आप इन दोनों triangles की congruence प्रूव कर दोगे